Hey, good evening, everyone. I'm going to call the Marion Township Workshop Meeting for Thursday, March 19th, 2026 to order. Time is now 7 p.m. Our first item, as always, is the Pledge of Allegiance. So I'd like to ask everyone there to please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay.
For that one, but
Yeah, it's a little hard with remote because you get slightly out of sync, but we did it. The meetings obviously are being recorded for audio and video, so we ask that you please silence your cell phone or at least put it on vibrate. Anybody that wishes to address the board, we ask that you please come up closer to the microphone. That way we can get you on public record, and be sure to clearly state your name and address. Also sign in on the sheet there that Lisa has at the front of the room. Jesse, do we have anybody that has signed in for public comment?
We do. It looks like Beverly Brossman signed in.
Okay. Beverly, do you want to do your public comment?
Beverly Brossman, 412 Water Street, Stroudsburg, PA. I'm the president of the building committee. We met last evening. We had a surprise. We were told that we might have a grant for our complete building. So it's just a matter of having to wait. We also discussed about the foundation in the back, and we're recommending that we do I forgot the word. Put things up to save the wall so it doesn't fall in until we can find out if we get this grant or not.
raise it.
I forgot the word I wanted. So
Okay.
We talked about the history items, right?
Yes.
You're going to start.
we talked about the history rooms. I am going to look around for storage places to see what their prices are and to see if it's climate controlled. Matt Barnhart, he's going to look around at historical places. So that's where we are with the building right now.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
I think basically it's on where to store it, how to store it properly.
Yep.
Yeah,
And if there's anything that we can donate to like the school or any of the other historical societies, for example, we have duplicates, triplicates of things. I'd rather keep one and then have two others displayed somewhere else too.
And don't, I know I might get beat up for saying this, maybe some of that stuff could go to an auction and we can use that money then to pay for the storage on the other things we're keeping as well, if it's duplicates and triples and that.
Yeah, we'll have to check with Colin because it's technically municipal property, how exactly that works, because there are specific rules around how you can auction public stuff off. It would be different if we actually had like a historical society that owned the stuff and just kind of occupied space. But as far as the legal definition of things is concerned, the township owns all that stuff.
Right.
But not a bad idea. Okay, do we have any other public comments?
No?
Okay. Moving into the announcements, septic systems still need to be pumped and inspected if you haven't already done that on your normal rotation. The list of pumpers is available at request at the township building. Aside from still accepting letters of support for trying to get grant money for the proposed sewer project, letters are going to start going out to people who have not had their systems inspected and pumped with a deadline of June. You must do that before enforcement actions start getting taken. Speaking of sewer stuff, Act 537, Kimberly and Bob are here tonight to talk probably a little bit on that, but mostly probably about the grant opportunities. As it relates to Act 537, though, they're reviewing the Buckeye Pipeline crossing design. They're awaiting an update from the Wilmersdorf Robizonia Joint Authorities engineer regarding public water. And we are on track with our proposed milestone, so we're in good shape there. Not surprising, nobody pumped out or had their tanks inspected in the bitter cold of February. So hopefully as the weather starts to turn, we'll see that number go up with more properties being entered into Terra Tracker. And I guess I'll jump slightly ahead for the DEP stuff. We are exploring some grant opportunities that might be present as a result of a conversation that we had with some of our representatives from at the state and federal level. So we're going to be chasing that as well with Kimberly's help. And as a segue to that, there's a number of grants that we either have out that we're working through, or more excitingly, some grant opportunities that could fund the entirety of the building. So I think maybe this would be a good opportunity to turn it over to Kimberly to elaborate a little more on that.
That sounds good. Just to jump back, for the newsletter and the letters to homeowners for the sewage management program, is there a
Yep.
date that you all have set to get that communication out?
Yeah, I was actually talking to Lisa earlier today. I have to rework a small bit of the MTCA stuff because it's spilled onto a third page, and I'm desperately trying to avoid having it go onto a third page. But I
Okay.
should have that done after the meeting tonight, and then we can get it out to print.
That would be fabulous because growing season is upon us and
Yes.
homeowners need to know they have to pump.
Yes.
In March, we did finally start getting Terra Tracker reports again. There's two companies that are awesome, Leitzenbergers and Septic Solutions, or whatever their current name is.
Reading source.
Yeah, they started getting all the reports in. But there's other pumpers out there and we need the homeowners to know they have to do it electronically. Otherwise they will be subject to penalty. We can't track them unless they submit their report properly. So that'll be good to get that letter out because then we have all the power behind us to get everybody in line with that and comply with DEP, because that's the second portion. We mentioned Act 537. We're doing the sewer portion. Bob will briefly state, I guess, cover his update, but we are on track. And to maintain milestones, we need the sewage management program active as well. Because there's definitely systems out there that need to get pumped and we need to prove that the township is getting them to pump. On another note, Bob, really quickly, do you have comments on the public sewer portion?
Oh, no, I'm just going to look at the bottlenecks at the end of the low pressure to Bakken Creek. Conversations with PDP, they highly recommended against directional drilling. Not that we couldn't do it, but they said if that it's a toxic fluid they use to lubricate, if that escapes, you start from ground zero. You got to mitigate what escaped and then start from ground and do the open trench. So instead of even doing that, we're just going to open trench it right through the creek. So then we have the other, trout fishery times and everything else we're looking at that.
Okay.
And then line, they're very particular about things getting close to their main. So I'm really looking to see how close what we can do to mitigate their concerns and get it on the plan so it goes smoothly.
Thank you.
Great. And then I'm going to jump to, I suppose, the building grant, Peter.
Please.
Okay, we had a meeting in the first part of March. Marion Township invited our local elected officials. We had Madison from Representative Dan Muser's office. We had Dan Bost from Senator Gebhardt's office. And then Representative Eric Weeknecht himself actually came, which was wonderful. And we shared the history of Marion Township and the two major needs. A, the public sewer project because of the extraordinary cost, and it's mandated by DEP. And then B, we have a township building, meaning the township doesn't have a place to hold essential services. This is a tiny office compared to all the needs of this municipality. You really explain to them the two major factors that are weighing on the township and just the lack of financial capacity. They were so receptive. Going back and forth, and we had previously applied for congressional funding for a different type of project for the township building, and of course that was canceled by the incoming administration at that period. Now it's a different story. They're feeling optimistic, and almost, I guess, 2 weeks or 3 weeks after that meeting.
It wasn't even.
No, it wasn't
Yeah.
It was days.
Yeah, I got a call that they're going to support us to get that discretionary funding opportunity again. And this time it's a significantly higher amount, essentially almost enough to cover all the emergency structural whatever repairs that were reported in the architect's assessment.
And we need to take, we can't take no for an answer, because with the more they hang us up, because we're not getting done with the SOAR project, and they say we can't apply for other grants other places, the rest of the infrastructure is crumbling.
Yep.
So,
everything, nothing exists in a vacuum.
right, so unfortunately for them, if they continue to try that stuff, I'm gonna push back hard.
Well, if this is
For what it's
federal
worth, we've
funding,
got
it's
support
different
from
than
the-
state funding.
But with local stuff, I mean, with the DEP and that, if they're gonna lock me up for grants, I'm done.
If there's a delicate balance with that, we'll.
There
walk-
is, but
we'll
we've been
walk
complying.
delicately.
That's
Yeah.
the problem. We've
We
been
are
complying.
Right now, it looks like for the local share account grants statewide, they will open up some funding to help close the match that would be required. So we can apply for local share account this year on behalf of the municipal building project. So that's part two. So part one is federal. The disclaimer, it has to make it through the House of Representatives and the Senate in their budget. The last time we applied, it did clear both, but again, the administration canceled that year's discretionary funding. So it looks very promising that we can get through again. As an update this afternoon, Muser's office has been amazing. They linked me with South Central PA. So Representative McCormick, that doesn't even represent Marion Township, heard about the project, and they offered to also submit the same exact application from their office. So now we're gonna have Representative McCormick. It's gonna take me about 30 minutes to fill out their portal with the stuff I already completed. So basically no time at all. I have to get it in tomorrow, but we have letters of support. I have the whole thing ready to go. So now we have Muser as the main supporter, and also in parallel, Representative McCormick.
Right.
They also would like to out to visit Marion Township, Representative McCormick's team.
Yeah,
They
we'd
would
love to have
like
them.
the building itself. They want to walk through it if possible. And you could also probably show them the playground, because that's part of the township building as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
That's
they are
fantastic.
going to potentially call me tomorrow. They're gonna try, because it's due, the whole package, the date is tomorrow at 5 p.m. So I'm gonna get that finished. It's been wild, but if they don't call me tomorrow, they can call me Monday, hopefully, and we can get a visit scheduled. They said it's nothing fancy, nothing crazy. They just want to walk through. So if there's only one person that can walk them through, or whoever can be there, that would be great.
Yeah,
So it's very
whenever-
positive.
Whenever
Let
they
me
want
know,
to
too.
do that, we will make sure that somebody or somebody's are there to do it.
Yeah, that's
we'll
what I told
accommodate
them. I said, whatever time you can make it out there with your schedule, we'll make sure that the building.
Thank you,
is open.
Kimberly, for all your.
Yeah, and
Really.
then this is a good jumping point for the public sewer project. This year for federal funding for the sewers, because they need it shovel ready. So until we get through all the parts of design, Bob's meticulously going through pipelines, like that's stuff that's not us. We have to work with those entities to make sure it's according to their specs, and it's slow. That's not a fast process. So between DEP with the crossing, Buckeye, other little things with permitting along the way, we're looking like that'll be next year potentially for federal funding. Now all of our legislators and officials know we're in a bad spot. They can run the numbers immediately. We had it prepared for them. This is the township's budget. Here's the cost. You do the math. The math doesn't work. So they decided that they're actually going to push for it 100% for federal funding for the township building, because that is shovel ready as far as they're concerned.
I love it. And I'm immensely
He's-
grateful for everything you've done and all the support that we've gotten from the other representatives.
Yeah. And the Berks County Commissioners, Michael Rivera, offered his support of the project today as well.
Perfect.
Commissioners are aware of the township building as well, and they support the project. So for a little
Fantastic.
township, it's a long haul, but
How
doing
much,
great.
how much did the packet from Kepperling and Tidbits Weaver help out when you contacted them and everything, and with the
Oh,
numbers?
that's such important evidence. I think it's just having the costs ready.
Mhm.
Basically, the officials could tell you guys have invested in this project.
Mhm.
So having that document that it's fully put together, professionally done, and that they highlighted the line items, I put it together in Excel. But that just shows, they asked us to include meeting minutes because they wanted to see the township was actually dedicated to this project and didn't come up with it on a whim.
So they checked all that.
Yes, I had to supply it as part of the application, relevant meeting minutes over the last 3 years. Lisa was instrumental helping us go through, highlight the meetings, and also, kind of the notes throughout that really show there's been committees and people working on it.
Awesome.
So I got a call from Madison the day I submitted it. It was after hours. She called my cell phone. She was so excited. She said, "This is great. We don't have any changes to make to the application." So yay. Thank you everybody for supplying info. The most they can do is support it wholeheartedly. Again, they say there's no guarantee. Politics is volatile. However, they are going to it makes it through each committee until hopefully we get some. Typically, I was told the average award last year was about $1 million for a project. And they asked us to ask for as much as humanly possible because in the best case scenario, we get all of it. Worst case scenario, you get part of it. But the more we ask for, the higher the amount we're likely to receive. So overall, it's a lot of information in a short amount of time. We had to get this application in 7 days or less. That was less than that.
It was less than that.
My brain's going
I want to
crazy.
say it was about 4.
Yeah.
No, I came in Monday and she told me
It's
it had
3
to be,
days Thursday.
and you had to have, I had to have it by Thursday.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and I know Kim has gone full pedal to the metal on this one. That
Yeah.
high speed. And again, I'm immensely grateful for you doing that and doing it well. You pulled it off. So thank you.
Yeah.
That was a lot of hard work and thank you for that.
Yep.
Really.
Getting it into McCormick, but otherwise, I think that's all I have to say on that one.
And Peter, thank you for letting me get Kepperling in there to give that building evaluation, because I think that
Oh,
gave
yeah.
us the data for this.
Yeah. And wasn't really like me letting you do that. I appreciate you bringing that up as something that we should do and taking the legwork on that. Definitely a team activity between the three of us on the board and Lisa and Carl and Abby now.
Yeah.
That we've got the right mix of people. We have Kimberly helping us out in ways that we don't have any skill set expertise or the connections to do. And it's really starting to show between the grants that we've already gotten, the grants that we're starting to be eligible for. We're in a very good spot with a good forward momentum. So I'm, again, not to beat that phrase senseless, but I'm extremely appreciative for everybody's hard work and dedication on this.
Me too.
Questions for you,
Yes.
Kimberly. We won't hear for about a year, correct?
It could be up to a year.
Okay,
Madison told me that they will update me as it moves through committees.
okay,
So she'll only really be reaching out to me at this point to let me know, hey, it made it through or didn't make it through this committee. The hope is that every call just says, hey, you've made it to the next level.
okay,
And they hope to send an email out, but at minimum, they'll give a call.
okay.
And Lisa, you are in township, so you're the only one eligible to be a point of contact for the application. So I put Lisa down because she is fully employed. And they should be carbon on any information coming forward.
Okay.
Um,
So now, until we hear, nothing can be done at the building, is that correct? Unless it's emergency?
I would say only in an emergency circumstance. So if you need to brace the wall, yeah, you don't want the whole thing falling down because that defeats the entire
Right.
purpose.
And like I was saying, we can clean and get the scrap out of it, like the wood trimmings that are laying on the floor.
We just
can
can't do
things like
construction.
that. Right. We can probably spray for mold, right? We can do all that kind of thing.
That's
but
cleaning.
What's that?
The spraying for
Structurally
mold,
is where-
that's cleaning.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Structurally, that's where we're gonna, it's not like we can't do anything. We can clean and actually do some things.
Yeah, as long as
Yeah.
it's logically built or preventative maintenance or regular maintenance.
So I didn't actually scrape and paint.
I mean, that's up to your discretion. If it's causing stuff on the floor, I would count that as cleaning. I mean, if it's literally just falling off the wall, you're cleaning it up as far as I'm concerned. But you can't go in there and say, we're gonna refinish all the floors.
Yeah,
Right.
Then you
Yep,
have a
yep.
problem.
Mhm.
So use your best judgment, preventative maintenance or regular.
And there's no other grant or anything we can apply for to addition to this?
No, and here's the key. The federal discretionary funding opportunity is the most money.
I was just reading that.
Yeah, it's the most money we could possibly get in one fell swoop.
Yes.
The local share account grant only goes up to $1 million, and there's probably 2 projects a year, 3 that are given that $1 million amount. This is extremely unusual. It is not an opportunity open to every municipality. The legislators chose your project as one of significant importance that would be a good value for taxpayer money. So we also had to substantiate in the application why it is a good use of taxpayer funds. So they feel very strongly that it would be beneficial. And so this is very niche, it's unique. So if somebody asks, well, why did we do this so quickly? Because when it opens for you, it's not something that happens on a regular basis, like the regular grant cycles. And again,
Gotta strike, the iron's hot.
yes, and it detours the state. So the state's
Yep.
aware of the public project with the local share account. This is just federal. They grant it to you, that's different. But be aware they will have federal rates. So when it comes time to, if it's awarded, we have to be very careful to comply with the contract. So that'll be on
Yes.
the township to make sure, Carl, that everybody's following.
Because I was looking in, I didn't know that was what the
Yeah.
grant was you were looking at. I was actually reviewing that today for road work,
Yeah,
projects. It's pretty involved.
it
It's
is.
very involved.
But to get that amount of money, you need to go through the administration.
Prevailing wage and all
Yep,
that.
it's Davis Bacon rates. It's the
So,
next
yeah,
level.
it's way higher than the state.
Yeah.
It's a little more complicated, it is.
Yeah.
But again, we won't be eligible for that much money in one swoop unless you're looking at a loan.
Yeah, so if we get awarded that, that might be the kind of thing that we tell an engineering group that part of the project is to give us the necessary consultation to make sure that we're complying with every stipulation in that contract.
Yep,
Yep.
we have to have Colin involved hand in hand with it.
Yep,
Yeah. Yeah, that just becomes part of the project, is not only just swinging the hammer to build or rebuild the building, but to actually make sure that it's being
I
tracked.
think there's something in there that can cover part or all of those expenses.
Yeah.
legal fees, I'm not
No,
100%.
not legal fees,
But
the engineering
the-
fees, the planning fees.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think legal fees were.
no, legal fees typically are not, but engineering, architects, I think that's woven into the cost.
The whole
Yeah,
planning stage.
yep,
Yeah, the
So,
project management portion of it, I
yeah,
would
so
imagine
we have
is
to,
included in there.
Did we lose Denny?
He
Yeah.
turned his camera off. I don't know if he disconnected. Yeah,
I
it
think
looks like he disconnected. I'll try calling him back. He didn't
Yeah,
text me or
'cause
anything.
Yeah, because I see you and I don't see him anymore.
Yeah,
You know?
like I said, he turned his camera off a minute or two ago, but it looks like he actually disconnected. So let me see if I can get him back.
Hello.
Oh,
Hey, Danny.
Oh.
You thought you could
Oh.
escape?
Yeah. Computers, they are becoming my nemesis.
Well, thank you for explaining that. There was a building committee meeting last night and those questions were brought up, so I just want to make sure it was explained so everybody knows.
When this goes on YouTube, can we forward this to the building committee so they can hear what she was saying?
Yeah.
Because we had that battle last night, trying to explain and you can't explain
Yeah.
some things.
Yeah.
and the reason why you can't do work while you're waiting for the grant is the grant will only cover work after you've been awarded.
Yeah.
Right,
So anything you've done prior, you kick yourself in the.
Right.
Because they say, well, you already did that part of the project we were giving you money for, so therefore you don't need the money
right,
if you could afford it before we granted it.
right,
And that's the way every grant works.
right.
Unless you're getting a private grant from a wealthy resident or somebody who's taken a personal interest, every other grant you apply for, there's a
So-
waiting period.
So if, let's say, the wall would be at risk of coming down, we better have documentation stating that, hey, this is why we had to do this.
Yes.
Makes sense. And then
Yeah.
Kelly had a question for you, Peter, about the flyer, right? About getting
Yes.
something out at the end of the month.
Yeah, it should be out in the next week. I think you maybe missed that part of it, but I have the layout done. I just have to revise it a little bit because it's spilled onto a third page, and I don't want to have a third page on there. I just want the front and back. So I'm gonna get that finished up tonight and send that to Lisa so they can get out for printing.
Okay,
I think we've covered that stuff pretty good. So the last grant related thing is the the EMC, John, verified that the DCED emergency management grant that we had gotten around the trailer incident command unit, there is still $3,832 on that grant from the looks of it that we would still need to spend. So I think we're going to look at what would be eligible for that, make sure that it gets consumed, and then close the grant out.
Can we get the trailer labeled that it's Marion Township's trailer, like the turtle and everything?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
At least that way they know who he is when he pulls up to an incident,
Yeah.
instead of if it's just some guy in a red trailer that pulls up with a red pickup. And
Yeah. No, I'm pretty confident that that's one of the things that's allowed in
yeah,
the stipulations of the grant. So yeah,
Wasn't he looking
Well,
at?
he
he
was
originally
was
was
actually
looking at it, but I
Yeah.
don't know how far he got with it. But then now he has that Marion Township with the turtle on it there, and that's what we could put on the trailer,
Yeah.
and then just put EMC there.
Yeah, like emergency management, and then Marion Township on the side. I'll talk to
Yeah.
John because, like I said, I know he had looked. I think at like Horst or one of the other places that does like vehicle signage and wraps and stuff like that. I forget what it came to, but we should have enough to do that based on what we've got left, and then possibly maybe even a little bit more. So, the engineer stuff we'll have more on Thursday night, but long and short of it is Ryan's working on getting a lot of the stuff converted over, or I should say brought over from the old engineering firm. He's already looked at the saldo, or is actively looking at the saldo, but it shouldn't take that long to get that done. Lisa, the only thing that you had, I think, in the agenda that for the secretary stuff is the instructions, the standard operating procedure for the feral cats.
Yeah, I did
So
send that out to everybody. I don't know if you
read
guys
through
had a
that.
chance to review it.
Yeah, we'll read through that and we'll talk about it Thursday night. But
Okay,
um,
yeah, that's about it.
okay.
Oh,
Police and EM. Yeah.
Quickly, I did have a meeting today with Civic for the website.
Yeah.
We're looking at probably with about a month of launching it, so they're doing some updates now, and I think not next week, but the following week, I'll have some training modules that I have to do. And then the following week after that, I have a meeting with them to go over everything, just to make sure I understand everything's good, and look at the website and see if there's anything that needs to be fixed and updated. And then after that, it will go live.
Okay.
So the only thing I have to say to the residents between now and then, things might not show up on the current website because they're moving stuff over. And with them working on it, stuff I'm putting on is being moved and it's not showing up on the website
Okay.
now, so.
Yeah, there might be a little bit of a gap, but when in
And-
doubt, call the office or check on YouTube because the stuff is up on YouTube if you search Marion Township.
Yeah. The calendar is one of the main things right now that, the stuff's not showing up on because they're moving it, and once it goes live, I have to put everything back in again, so.
Yeah. And get Abby to help you.
She'll help, yeah. So that's about it.
Okay. Going into the current items, we got some maintenance done on the current building, or the old building, not where you guys are sitting right now. Renew Source, previously Septic Solutions, was out and replaced the septic tank pipe that had gotten damaged or destroyed. And Environmental Hazard Solutions was out and remediated the asbestos and the pipes in the basement. So that I think the next step is Kraft needs to come back out and look at it and make sure that the hazardous conditions have been abated, and then we can start doing things like doing the mold cleaning and anything else so that we can start utilizing the building. Even if we're not having meetings there necessarily, we have a usable space again.
Peter, yeah, that was the question. He never really answered me back on that, and that got brought up at the building committee meeting.
Yeah.
I could probably get some volunteer help, but right now with that condemnation thing on there, it's going to be a liability for us.
Yeah.
So even, let's say it's not even like Kelly's high school kids that need hours, even if I would get the building committee to get volunteers to start packing up the historical items, I
Yeah.
feel that we would probably be in a better legal position if that thing would be off the door.
I agree. I would say respond back to Glenn's email, asking him like what needs to be done to remove that
He
placard.
needs to go over and look at, inspect it. That's, he was here on Tuesday and he said that's what he has to do.
Okay,
They just
So
have to
then
go in
let's-
and,
Okay,
let's get
because
that
he didn't,
scheduled then.
yeah.
my original question when he said he had to inspect, I said, well, what was the building shut down for?
So
Because
basically, he just said he needs to go and make sure that
I think
the
it's the sewer.
the
it was
sewer,
pipe,
yeah,
right? But he said
Yeah.
it was a bunch of issues and I said, well, it was just a pipe,
It was the
so,
sewer.
yeah.
yeah. It was basically
Yeah,
the
it's real-
sewer.
So,
But he
Really,
just needs
functionally,
to
it was
go.
the sewer. There's a lot of things that are really not great there, like the leaking well supply that may or may not be
Right.
causing a sinkhole. And the asbestos was certainly not good. The mold is not good. But the thing that really was the nail in the coffin was the not having working
right,
sewer.
Which I gotta
So
admit is-
Jesse, if
Yeah,
you
oh,
could
yeah.
just either, Carl and I, one of us could, walk them around. So
Mhm.
just let's
Yeah.
get a time set and we'll get them through.
Yeah, one
Yep.
way or the other. We'll let Glenn or whoever in, and they can do whatever they need to do to look at things.
yeah, they can do that anytime whenever Carl's available.
Yeah. Anytime during the week, or if they need to do it at
Thank
like afternoon or evening, or one of us got
You
on,
can do it
we'll
You're on.
make it work.
Somehow you missed over Roadmaster report.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I did secretary. I talked about the feral cats quickly and
Oh,
There
about
is
the-
one thing.
Yep.
There's one thing I wanted to talk to you about the Roadmaster report thing, but it might even be a line item on here, because I remember it being one. We got to talk about when do we think is the most ideal time to put that boom mower back up on municipal?
I would
that's number two.
say, yeah, as I say, that's number 2 is the trade-in for the boom mower.
So,
I would
so
say
the bad-
probably like, I'll defer to Carl on this, but I think April, sometime in April.
Yeah, I'd say April, May. Now
Yeah.
here is almost the exact same boom mower we have, same year, same model, slightly different mower, same manufacturer, just sold for. Where's the price? I can't even see with my glasses. It's down here.
Get those young eyes.
20,300.
You guys hear that?
20,000.
20,300.
About 20,000, yeah.
Now, I think the bid on ours, when we put it up, the highest bid was 28,000 and some change.
So we should have probably taken it.
I mean, hindsight's 2020.
It's a heck of a loss either way.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
And even all the other ones I've looked at, if they're in pristine shape, optimal running condition, no cracked framework and transmissions work, I saw a couple go for about 40. I didn't see any of them go for what we paid for that one.
We
No, I
paid-
mean, that was 3 years ago.
Yeah, 'cause that one was 55.
Yeah, so. Bad news, bad news.
Yeah,
We
Yeah.
can try.
we do what we can now.
Yeah, as I
Try
say,
trading
at this
in on
point,
something, the CoStarz thing, if you want to buy new equipment, but we don't really have the money to buy
we
new
don't have the
equipment.
money for that.
So,
So we'll try to get what we can, make the best of a bad situation and get the right thing.
Yeah, I think that too, we still need to prep also. If we're gonna buy equipment, we need to get him a bigger truck for plowing snow.
I'm
Oh,
still
yeah.
looking,
Yeah, he's still, and say, I'm sure Carl is still
I'm
looking.
looking every day. I'm looking every day. We got this one.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's not optimal. It'll probably be cheap, but it would need some work.
Yeah.
Every day. I look every day.
Awesome.
Another thing I've been looking at is even a cheap pickup truck.
Mhm.
You know, if we can get one for $8, $9, $10,000,
Mhm.
it doesn't have to be new. It could be a 2002. I don't care. As long as it's functional. We throw a plow on it, be easier to do alleys. It'd be great for doing signs. We do so many signs and signposts in this township. Oh, I've never done that many signs in my life. We just
Yeah.
picked one up today laying by the road. It's every week there's signs and signposts. And to throw that stuff in the back, first we got blacktop in the back of the truck. Now we're trying to put tools and signs
Yep.
and cones.
Doesn't make sense.
It's just, it's not feasible. We could do it. And
Right, it's just-
Abby's got signs on her lap and tools on in between her legs, and, you know, so if we could find a decent one for,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10,000 tops, like I said, even if it's an 02 or an 05 or something, I think that would be beneficial for a lot of things. And it's not over the top. I could kick myself in the butt because We missed out on 2 550s. In between the snowstorms. I didn't have time to go look at them. They were 3 hours away. They looked pretty good, sounded pretty good, and they sold for cheap. One, I think, 18,000, the other one's like 25. And
Well, hopefully, with the end of the snow season, other places are going to be looking at replacing or getting newer stuff. So hopefully there will be some opportunities there with equipment that isn't going to be used as much during the spring and summer. That it'll be off season enough that maybe there will be some more added to the marketplace.
Well, like I said, I continue to look every day on the auction site. When I find something I want to look at, I will let you guys know as I did before, and give my opinion, and then you guys can say yeah or nay.
Carl, thank you for fixing the signs at the end of town.
Oh, you're welcome. Actually, Abby did most of it. I sat there and watched her.
Okay, and kind of also on that same note, I noticed in your notes here, you also gotten 4.5 tons of cold patch.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So we literally went, not last week, the week before. There were some decent, we didn't attack all the small stuff, but there was some substantial stuff on Wintersville Road, Scottsburg Road, Sheridan, a little bit on Main Street. So I didn't get a whole load. I got a half a load, a ton and a half. We did that in a day. Came out the middle of last week, checked everything. It looked good. And we got all this rain and everything else. And Lisa got phone calls over the weekend. We went out and oh my gosh, we literally got 3 tons on Tuesday. On Tuesday afternoon, we did all but maybe 500 pounds of that. And then today we did another couple hundred pounds, and I think we have a couple hundred pounds left. And then this is just the start of it. Sheridan Road is starting to look like School Road. Sheridan Road towards School Road is starting to look like School Road used to look like at Smaltz. That being said, I'm working with Ryan on this year's stuff. We had to adjust it a little bit. I know I gave you guys 3 of the 5 years tentatively planned by Ryan's recommendations, which I 100% value and appreciate compared to what we've had in the past. He makes a lot more sense to me. He's also more educated than me, and he should make more sense than me, but he makes way more sense than the last guy. So we're going to change that up a little bit and then present it to you guys, hopefully within the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because we're already behind the ball.
Yeah.
With everything that happened last year and leading up to this year. But moving forward, I think we're good. Looking at grants, because you guys know as well as I do, the budget does not support 35 miles of roads. It just doesn't. It's not going to happen. So we need to find money wherever we can, whenever we can. And that's actually most of my day today was spent. My eyes are burning looking at grant information. But there is money out there. There is money out there. There is money available. It's just a process to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Met with the county and the state in reference to the low volume roads thing. We were looking at about 7 different spots in the township that qualify. 3 higher priority ones, Canal Road, Forge Road, and Church Road. Forge Road, in my opinion, and theirs being the highest priority. We went out there, we surveyed that, we got permission from landowners. Long story short is it's too late to apply for it this year. Not our fault. We were supposed to meet back in November, December. Weather happened, everything else happened. We couldn't get together until this month. But the good news is we still have to count some cars. I guarantee it's going to qualify. We're going to have to wait till next year. They're actually working now to engineer the plan, bring that back to myself and Ryan, put together and crunch some numbers, get a price to go back to them again and back and forth and apply first thing come April of next year. Canal Road's a tough one. There's elevation issues there. And, I'll tell you right now, the guy from the state, his first recommendation was actually to close the road there. Rip that pipe out at Shady Cabins, make it a dead end on both sides, put the stream bank back in there. He says it's the most economical and best way to do it. Not saying that it can't be done, but, and I'll just pull a number out of the top of my head. Let's say we can do this. It might be a $400,000 or $500,000 project. We'll get maybe 200,000 from Dean and the rest is on us.
Mhm.
But again, that's not the final answer. They're crunching the numbers. They're gonna come up with 3 or 4 different options for us. Best case scenarios, and then we can figure that out from there. But the Canal Road's a tough one. It really is. It definitely qualifies. You know, the water's right there. The Tobahaca's right there. It's a good qualifier. It's just a difficult situation with the elevations and everything, and the closeness to the actual wildlife areas. Church Road up by the Monday store qualifies 100%. We were out there on that day. It was supposed to be 70 degrees and it was about freezing. We surveyed the whole area. It looks good. We're going to come up with a plan for that one too. So that would probably be 29. We're thinking Canal Road, 28, 29 for that, 27 for Forge Road because it's critical. Forge Road is critical.
Okay.
But that's where we're at with that. It's been a busy month. It has.
Yeah. With, just out of curiosity, with Canal Road, because of it
Mhm.
sinking at that pipe, would that
Yeah.
be a good candidate to put a steel plate down
Yes,
to bridge where it's sinking?
yes.
Okay.
A steel, a plate was an option. Elevating it with a concrete box culvert is an option. Now, as you elevate that road there, you gotta find out what to do with all the water that's gonna come off. It's not gonna go up over the bridge. You know?
Yeah.
So now you might be flooding the property down below and on the other side. So it's very, there's a lot of thought and engineering that has to go into it. And so they are gonna work on that and give us several options.
I'm going to
and then
throw out
we
a
get-
slightly, possibly stupidly simple statement, but has anybody considered an open grate bridge there? It would be extremely low, like you wouldn't have a lot of clearance on it, but that's.
I don't know that would qualify. I mean, we could maybe, I don't know. Getting the permits, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be
you're
worth
not- you're
asking
not-
Ryan or
you're
whoever,
not-
but
You're not really fixing any flood problems. In fact, you might be obstructing them a little more. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
yeah, I mean, it's worth asking because that's the whole purpose of those types of bridges. If you have high water situations, they're meant to kind of just roll with it.
What's that?
What's
My
that?
pipe's going underneath that
Yeah,
culvert.
Well,
there.
that's,
So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you gotta Coordinate
mm-hmm.
whatever.
Yeah, no,
you're
like,
doing
I have that on there too.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Cause I was even, there's a bend down further. It's really deteriorated and the water sits there and I'd like to put some kind of under drain there as well. I was staring at that for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're like 4 feet. I mean, well, after we can talk and I'll just.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
sorry, I
definitely.
want to interrupt.
No,
No,
I
that's
won't,
important.
Oh, no,
I-
that's good.
I won't touch anything there without talking to you guys first. Same as Main Street.
Yeah,
Um,
okay,
yeah, 100%.
all right,
yeah.
perfect.
Okay. No, that's good. I want to make sure every year we at least put one project in for low volume in the hopes of
Oh, yes.
getting it.
I got 7 of them on the back burner. 6 of them I know will qualify.
Okay.
Might take some creative counting, but, and there's more than that. Every time Abby and I look at a pipe that goes under the road, there's something wrong with it. Every
Okay.
time. I mean, there's plenty of stuff that we can utilize that money for.
Okay, excellent. That's another thing that I'm glad that we've gotten into the routine of making sure that every year we have at least one in that's eligible. Like, otherwise
Well,
we're
yeah,
not doing
if not,
ourselves any
you're-
favors.
You're losing out on it.
Yeah.
It's free money.
Yep.
And it benefits the environment. It's a
Yep,
it's a
it's,
win-win.
it's a win all around.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go to the next one unless there's anything further that we need to talk about for some of the road stuff.
Oh, you guys saw my report. There's all kinds of stuff on there. I don't need to bore everybody with it.
Yeah, we'll go through it in
I think
higher
he's been
detail.
breaking down every time we use it, you know, and blah, blah, blah. Move on.
Okay. Playground maintenance and stuff. We're looking at replacing and repairing the swings. Jesse, I know you had, we had talked about this. I think you were looking at that. You and Carl were gonna get some quotes for that.
I got that one, but I didn't get another one.
Okay.
I just saw.
It's this
Well,
one here,
as
right?
the
Is that the one?
as the weather's getting warmer, let's try to get some people out for
They're
quotes.
they're not friendly.
No.
None of these, I reached out to 3 people.
How much time do I gotta waste on this?
Yeah.
Do you want
I know,
money or not?
I originally reached out to 4 organizations and I got back 1. And then the one guy was like, I'm gonna do the whole thing or nothing. Okay, well,
Yeah,
sorry. I need a
I
screen
had
set right now.
similar experiences with the roof work when we were doing the roof work a bunch of years ago. Like I called easily like 12 places in order to get 3 so that we'd have the requisite amount of like quotations that we needed. Like
Yeah,
it's incredibly hard to give people money to do stuff. As
Yeah.
stupid as that sounds.
It's true.
So yeah. Carl, you're also looking at some grant opportunities potentially for the tennis courts. I think
I
too.
was not looking at grants
Oh,
for the
Kimberly
tennis
is,
court.
okay.
I don't,
Kelly is.
as far as the tennis courts, somebody wanted to change them to pickleball courts. I don't really
Well-
think you need a grant for it. All we gotta do is repaint it,
Well, I mean, if there's
honestly.
remediation or fixings, I think there's some pretty hefty cracks there.
There's some cracks, but I mean, even if we do that all ourselves, you're talking about maybe $1,500, you know, fill the
Yeah.
cracks. You know, the stripes are straight. It's not like the basketball court. That's a little different. You had curved lines that had to be at a certain angle, a little more complicated than what I want to get into, but straight lines, I mean, we
Okay.
ran a sprayer and chalk line them
Maybe,
down.
maybe the grant opportunity would be better pursued on whatever we could do to that empty multi-purpose court, whether it's
Yeah.
converting
Yeah,
it to more
that I don't know.
pickleball or, yeah.
Peter,
So if there's opportunities to be had there, let's explore it. But if we can do the tennis court to a pickleball court easy enough, let's just plan
I
on
think
doing
that'll
that
be-
in the spring.
I think the tennis court to a pickleball court is very simple. I have the dimensions right here, actually.
Well, he's looking, Kelly wants to say something.
so
Okay.
Peter, I have been in contact with the president of the US Tennis Association.
Mhm.
And he's saying there's grant money out there, at a minimum $17,000. If it's a category 3, there would be more money available.
You been giving this to?
And they,
Hold it up.
look more at 2 tennis courts versus just doing 1. So the thought was turn the multi-purpose court into a tennis court. And yes, have lines so they could both be pickleball courts, 8 people playing pickleball at a time on each court. There are no tennis courts west of Robizonia. And I'm being told if those both get turned into tennis courts, there will be people playing tennis.
Tennis courts or pickleball courts, because nobody uses the tennis court now.
The US Tennis Association, Conrad Weiser, will be using those tennis courts.
Do they know we even have one now?
Look at.
I think from what Kelly's saying is they do now.
Yeah, they do know.
They do now, yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping to bring a quote along tonight, but I do not have those numbers available.
So
I'm
did
gonna
they
ask
say
a
they
silly
would
question. Can
now,
a
or
tennis
they
court
still, they
be
would want
also?
2 new ones?
No, wait, hold on.
What, Peter?
I was gonna ask, can a tennis court be like simultaneously set up to do pickleball, or the
I,
two
uh,
mutually exclusive?
Yes.
I just saw one down here.
Okay.
I saw
You
one
have
And
and
if
the
they
it can be
had,
used for both, then yeah.
yeah, it's a tennis court and they paint lines and, there's literally a roll-up, tennis, pickleball court net. So, yeah.
I think the nets are
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
height. They're just shorter.
Similar.
So that, but they wouldn't be interested in using the court that's there now. Why? Just out of curiosity?
They have more tennis players than we can.
Yeah, they.
So they would
Conrad
need
Weiser has
2.
90 tennis players.
So they would need two.
Yeah.
And now would,
To get these grants, it's,
so now I guess my question would be to you would be, because we don't have a parking lot and because we don't have restrooms in the park, because it lacks other infrastructure, is that gonna be an issue as well?
We could,
well, you have porta potties like
it
you do
looks-
for baseball.
it looks to me like the grass area adjacent to the tennis court was stone at one time. I mean, we mow it, there's
Yes.
stone there, it's overgrown.
Okay,
Like, I'm assuming that was a parking lot there once,
It was stoned, yeah,
a stone park.
right.
So I mean, we could easily get it back to a stone parking lot there. I mean, there's not a whole lot. Whole 80 people, but, at least probably 10 or 15 cars.
Okay.
Park along the road like they do with baseball and everything else. Yeah, we could make something work, I think. I do.
Yeah, I would say, Kelly, get the grant details into the office, and if we've got an opportunity, let's chase it, because if we can do tennis and pickleball, and we can do that through a grant specifically for the tennis courts, I say let's do it.
Dennis, do you want to work with Kelly on that one?
Yeah,
I will try and get more grant details and numbers of the cost. Because there was a gentleman out, Tom Brenneman, he's looking at both courts to give a price.
Mhm.
Going to bring those numbers to you Thursday night.
And remember, they don't need to be in that exact same spot either. Where it would make sense to put them and lay it out, maybe if you want to lay it out better, might be more ideal.
No,
No?
he was very impressed with our
They're right
tennis
there.
court. It's foundationally solid.
Oh, so you're,
There's some cracks.
so this grant isn't for putting two new tennis courts in.
No,
What
no,
is
it's
this?
refurbishing.
we already have.
Okay, because that's my confusion. I thought this grant was for two new tennis courts, and I'm thinking, why do we need a new tennis court when we already have
No.
one? But,
Refurbishing what's already there.
okay. Okay, I get it. Okay, I'm following now.
Sorry.
Okay.
I was confused.
Just as a advertisement on top of that, the work detail for park cleanup and beautification is going to be March 28th at 9 a.m. Everybody put it on your schedules, and if you're able to be there and help out, come on and help.
28th?
The 8th.
It's a
Peter,
sir.
Can we also talk about what exactly we plan on doing that day so that the necessary materials are there?
Yeah, sure. I would assume general weeding, mulching, maybe putting in the rest of the timbers that need to be put in around the park.
I
That's all I had. I
I
told you
think
about the
that-
timbers.
timbers at the, I think the number one thing we should do is that baseball and at the bleachers and stuff, get that set up for.
We did one of them last year, one set
Yeah.
of pictures.
So I would say, yeah, Kelly, make a list of what you and the community association would like to try to tackle. Carl's got the list of the things that we had on the radar. We'll compare notes and we'll make sure that we get through as much of it as we can on.
Did do two. So
Yeah, well, we're not
Yeah.
meeting prior to work details, so it was the timbers and the mulching. Like, where are we getting the mulch? Are you getting the mulch? Are we getting the mulch?
the black mulch,
What mulch would you put under those baseball bleachers?
well, we used to, for the two we did, we used the leftover playground mulch.
But that's what we've been using.
Yeah, it looks nice. It doesn't collect as many mosquitoes.
Don Height went over to Martin's Landscape and had some prices.
Is that something we
willing-
could?
Are they willing to
spread
give us
rubber under?
are they willing to give the MTCA a discount or possibly donate some mulch to the charity?
We went to,
Don asked and there was no discount.
They
for
charge
NPC.
$25 to deliver to Stoutsburg.
and
We
now if
pick
you're
it
gonna
up.
use that in the playground area, it has to be certified playground mulch, which, the only one around
It
here
is
is Hoover's.
certified.
Is that Hoover's?
Or you get your brush permit.
Oh, they didn't used to have certified.
Is there, what about that rubber stuff that they lay down? Because that water runs right through it.
That's real expensive.
Rubber mulch?
Yeah,
Like shredded tires.
That's expensive.
very expensive. Like that stuff.
Make a copy of it for you, Carl?
And, wherever we're getting this mulch, I would rather not pay a delivery fee and pick it up. And how much do we need? And do you have equipment, Carl, to pick it up? Are you planning on being there on the 28th?
Well, I'll tell you what, that $20 to deliver is pretty good because I used Martin's for a lot,
37.
as Marion
bucks.
Kepley knows.
Yeah, for certified $37 a yard. I don't remember what we paid at Hoover's last year. I have to look it up. But either way, as long as it's certified, under the bleachers doesn't have to be certified, but if it's at the actual play area, it must be certified playground mulch.
Do you mind figuring out, Carl, mulch to get for the two different areas?
I mean, how much? Yeah.
How much and what kind? And do you have equipment, Carl, that we could, like maybe pick it up Friday so it's here for Saturday
The
morning?
one thing,
Yeah, we did last year. and
Yeah,
they're fine.
as long as it's not full of road stuff.
Asphalt.
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
then I'd
Clean
rather,
up
I'd
there.
rather,
But either way, I mean, what was it, 20? What do you say?
for God's sakes, I'll donate the $20 to
$20
have it
delivered?
delivered.
Yeah,
Okay.
20, if it's
So much
$25 to get it
easier.
delivered,
When
then
they dump it, it's so much easier to drive around where you want to put your mulch.
I mean, it's not easy to drive that truck around that he has to dump the mulch and put it in spots because it's,
I mean,
Just
if
not
it's dumped
like
somewhere, we have a front end loader.
yeah,
There's two one, a big and a small.
Yeah, as I say, we got options. We
And
got
honestly,
the big one and the little one.
sometimes
That's what we did last year. We
Martin-
just dumped it in a pile. And
Martins,
put
if you
the-
ask them too, for that $20, they will dump it in different spots as well. I know that because I ordered 6 tons of dirt from them already. I mean,
I thought we could use your trailer, Justin.
if you want a shovel, help you.
See what you're saying, use a skid loader.
I have a tractor with a backhoe myself.
I can bring mine up if I have to. It's a little bit of a drive, but I've got a compact tractor.
Yep. Yeah, I have a subcompact. He's got a compact. This township has one too that we bought for the park.
Yeah.
And we have a big backhoe.
We've got options. We've got choices.
And we have a grader.
We have another work
Yeah.
detail in April, but I think if we worry about the mulch and the timbers, the baseball first, and if we get up to.
So I'll tell you what we could use help with is raking the rocks out of the ground where they dug it up. So
Where's
Where's
that?
that at?
where they dug the sewer up.
Oh,
Oh, plywood?
No, on the park. If you
Yeah.
didn't see that, I walked over there, it's there. Oh, it's rough.
They dug up the lights, they dug up those spotlights for those.
Yeah, now we're gonna take care of that.
You need help raking rocks.
Yeah, maybe.
maybe we pick the rocks out and just put them in the bucket and put them somewhere.
I mean, I've got a concrete rake. That's usually pretty good for that. That just rake as much as you can out into a pile and scoop it up.
Yeah, that'd be a little easier.
So do that. I think that's
So,
good now for projects.
okay, yeah, Kelly, like I said, talk to Carl. There's going to be no shortage of stuff to do, but I think you're right. If we focus on the baseball area and work our way over, we'll make some progress.
Yeah, we did 2 of the bleachers last year, so we got the one at the corner and the other 2 on the other side to do yet. We'll probably need more timbers though.
Okay, yeah, Carl, can you get that figured out between now and the
Yep.
28th?
We'll do.
We'd have to have it for next Thursday's meeting, so you guys can approve everything.
I mean, it's going to be so small cost that if Carl gets it, we can just ratify it at the next meeting. Like that's materials for maintenance. Not going to be any different than if he has to go get like oil filters for the truck. It's park maintenance.
Yep.
Okay. Kind of on the same vein of things, future planning, whether it's, beautification, cleaning things up, efficiency, capability. If you have thoughts or ideas, send it into the township. We're working on trying to get a good 5 to 10 year picture, so we can start breaking things down into where we can fit them within that 5 to 10 year plan, and try to chip away at things while we tackle some of the other bigger projects like the roads and the building. Trash ordinance. Letters were sent out to the businesses and farmers about the change in the ordinance. Poor Lisa has been getting a lot of phone calls because people didn't understand the premise that you have to prove that you have trash and recycling now. So hopefully we don't have to send a follow-up letter, but there's apparently a little bit of ambiguity on everybody has to have trash and recycling now. You either have the township hauler or you prove that you have your own as a business and a farm. Anyway. The committee for the building, as mentioned, met last night. I don't think we need to discuss that extensively further. Carl is working with the new engineering firm around the 5-year maintenance and project plans. We still have those 2 sinkholes, one at Forge Road and one at Wintersville Road. Still working on trying to figure out exactly how to crack either one or both of those. We already talked about dirt and low volume gravel road grant opportunities. Business projects, there's nothing new for Blue Spruce. We're going to be talking about 85 Main, Alden on 6th, and Martin's Church at Thursday meeting next week, along with the Gerald Weaver project at 875 School Road and the Oberholzer Ag operations.
Yeah, Ryan's been on vacation, so I don't have any updates. Should have it for next Thursday, though.
In terms of 2026 projects in general, everybody should have access to to-do list now.
I don't.
So we're going to start. Okay, everybody except Lisa.
guess
I'll
you don't have to
get
do
you
anything.
set up. That's
I
actually
know,
that
then I don't have to do
dovetails
anything.
into another point later. We are 1 license short from being able to give Abby a dedicated license. So it's like $6 a month. It's $72 for the year. In my opinion, we just buy the extra license that we need from Top Flight or whatever the name of the company is, so that we have a license for everybody that's going to be doing office work. So I'll make a motion now because I believe that is on the agenda, so we don't have to worry about amending the agenda.
Yes, there.
Yeah. Abby and Denny need access to files, number
Yeah,
18.
number 8.
Yeah, number
so
18.
So I'm going to jump ahead just slightly and make a motion to authorize the purchase of an Office G1 license for Abby.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Peter, second by Jesse.
Oh, you
Roll
didn't even
call.
remember my name.
Peter,
Aye.
Jesse,
Aye.
Denny.
Aye.
See, Abby, you just got to start calling him by the wrong name now. Every time a different name.
It wouldn't be the first time.
No, yeah, that is true. I'm the one that's called the most names.
And like I said, Denny's in. Lisa, I'll work on switching around the office and your named account so that the entitlement is a little different. And then in terms of office equipment, now that we're through the crazy bit where we have a ton of fuel expenses on the cards, we'll buy that 3D, the panoramic, not 3D, camera replacement. And I have a couple of tabletop microphones that we can use. So we'll get a little more permanently set up so that we're not borrowing the really expensive camera bar from me. And we'll go from there. Things will be different once we actually get back into the permanent building, but this will be a good fit for us for quite a while.
Did you order our equipment yet, Peter?
No, because Carl had my card.
Oh.
I did not. It was in your bin.
Oh,
The bin had your card.
right under the
The
bus.
Vince had my card.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, no, and I'm also missing the file on, where all the meetings are too. That like disappeared. So now I can't like go back and look at the meeting.
Oh, I can get them.
yeah, as I say, it's still there. I think it's probably just a view thing. Full building. I don't think we got any additional quotes on that, but as the weather starts to warm up, I'd say let's focus on that.
Horst told me he's about 2 months out
Yeah,
of giving
about
a
2
quote.
months, yeah.
So,
To give
because he's
quotes
that
even,
busy.
jeez.
We're like, there's no rush.
2
Right,
months
and
to
we
get
said
the
there-
quote.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
said there's no rush. So we had Horst out. Dennis, you recommended another one. Was it Hoover?
The one, New Holland, I think it was.
New Holland did the pole building, but that was not a steel building.
They
But
make
Hoover
steel
does-
buildings, so
Do they? Okay, so
it said in their literature.
those are the other two. And what me and Carl quoted that day was a 60 by 180 by 20-foot high ceiling across the board that day with a drain and office space and the whole 9 yards. So if anybody else wants to try to get some quotes, we're okay with that as well. Or do you want me and Carl to focus on that as
together. You and Carl focus on that.
Okay.
That way we don't have too many people running different directions
Right.
all at the same.
I like it.
So we reach out to New Holland next week.
Please.
Yeah, please.
And then we can also reach out to Hoover too. They do steel buildings. They just did the Burkholder truck there near DHL.
Okay. So with that said, Lisa, you can probably take 18 off the agenda because Denny has access to Planner now. And I'll get, once, now that we've approved it, we can get
Yep.
the license purchased for Abby. Conrad Weiser Youth Baseball would like to use the baseball field this year like they have in prior years. It would be from March 23rd through June 27th, Monday through Friday, 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., Saturdays 9 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., Sundays 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. They will give us a copy of their insurance and provide a porta potty. They would cover those costs. We just have to approve it. So I'll make a motion to allow the Conrad Weiser Youth Baseball League to use the Marion Township field in 2026.
I'll second that.
Motion made by Peter, second by Denny. Roll call. Peter,
Aye.
Jesse,
Aye.
Denny.
Aye.
Okay, next up, as it relates to the treasurer
Well,
position.
Well,
Right.
we'll
yeah.
have to check because, they start the 23rd and they might be doing that the 28th.
We'll drag the field next week. Ready?
Yeah.
Uh,
We're gonna have to check to see if they're gonna be there on the 28th when you guys are trying to do your stuff.
Yes, we need a schedule. Is there a
Yeah.
contact person?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you just gave
schedule.
us the schedule.
Sorry?
Yeah.
You just read the schedule.
Monday.
No. That's when possibly they'll use the
Oh.
field. But I
They
wanna
haven't
know
given
if
it to
they
me
have
yet.
This day, this.
Yeah.
They haven't given it to me yet. So
Not to
now
mention,
I'll
if-
respond to them and let them know that it was approved and then,
And
They'll-
ask them for that.
yeah, they'll send everything to me. Yes.
Not to mention, we could probably do at least one of the bleachers even while they're playing. We wouldn't be able to drag the field while they're playing, but there's other stuff that could be done without disturbing them.
Yeah.
Because that's just a general time. That's not every day at those hours. That's.
Oh,
what
yeah.
we do
Yeah. No, I know.
there.
Okay, with the treasurer position, we actually had a stroke of good luck here. We didn't even have to put it out on LinkedIn or Indeed or anything like that. The person that has been doing our bookkeeping training with, or had been doing it with Dan and has been doing it a little bit with Lisa, actually extended the offer of they will do our bookkeeping for us for $500 a month, which is one, it's a CPA, and two, it's less than what we would spend if we had somebody in there for the kind of hours that we would normally have to have in there for somebody that's not a certified accountant to do it. So good qualified individual, known good entity with the township, and cheap, definitely the cheapest option available to us. So I think it's a no-brainer. I'll make a motion to appoint Live Edge Bookkeeping as the treasurer for Marion Township.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Peter, second by Jesse. Roll call. Peter,
Aye.
Jesse,
Aye.
Denny.
I think, Denny, they're looking for you.
Oh, aye. You need to speak up, Abby.
Yeah, I got to project. Okay, street sweeping. This would be scheduled for Wednesday, the 13th, if we approve it. The car show is May 16th, so and in our usual fashion, we try to get the streets swept a couple of days before the big shindig.
Pay for streets, people, for even sweeping.
I want to say it was like,
1,500?
what was that?
I think it was about 1,500, wasn't it?
No, I think it was
Because
a
we
lot
did tell
less.
people too.
Yeah, we added some stuff last year to it.
Yeah.
Paul went nuts, said do this and this.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah. Let's pull
Hear me
the
out here.
quote costs. We can do that Thursday night, but I say we do it, but let's get the details.
It's still got cinders on it.
So.
Yeah, wherever
Dirt that
we,
washes down- And dirt that washes down into the storm drains and goes right. into the
Yeah,
creek.
wherever we spread
Wherever we-
cinders, we need to sweep.
wherever we did cinders, we should sweep.
You're gonna do every street in the township.
Oh, we could.
Well, we don't have storm drains out further. We have storm drains in town.
I just think of the people on the motorcycles.
1,500 bucks, 1,200.
Yeah, like I said, get the details for Thursday night, and we'll approve it then.
Well, we might be able to borrow one.
And in time, maybe we can get a skid loader one day with a brush on it for the front.
We might be able to borrow street sweeper.
Oh, really? Oh, that'd be cool.
So,
Yeah, find that out because we can borrow that. That's even better.
Cool.
Okay. Next.
Are you
the
okay with
Fulton-
approving that date? you okay
Not
with
until
approving?
Carl finds out the details and if we can borrow one.
Okay,
We'll just do that Thursday night all in one fell swoop.
yeah, he's gonna do it on Thursday night
Yeah.
altogether.
For Fulton Bank, we need to approve the resolution to remove Dan Klein after his resignation and add Lisa on there. I'll make a motion to approve that Fulton Bank resolution.
I'll second that.
Motion made by Peter, second by Denny. Roll call. Peter.
Aye. Aye.
Jesse,
Aye.
Denny.
Aye,
Was that loud
Okay.
enough this time?
that was very
It was
good.
better. Better.
Very impressive.
Do you have any
Uh,
kids that need service to do signs?
I have lots of kids that need
Okay,
community service. And I have some that need it and can't work on a Saturday. Let me know when.
Well,
Next
fun.
is Fulton Bank. We have to ratify, we made a transfer from the road district savings to the road district checking. This was to pay for the 2025 road work that Pensy Supply did. I'll motion to approve that transfer.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Peter, second by Jesse. Roll call. Peter.
Aye.
Jesse.
Aye.
Denny.
Aye,
Porta potty. We currently have a porta potty. The township building toilets are working, but the question is, do we remove the porta potty or do we move it over to where the playground is? I'm kind of in favor of moving it over to the playground too, because we have people there. Building's not usually open. It would be facilities there to maybe help encourage people to come and use the playground.
I thought the baseball people were supplying porta potty over
There's,
there.
they are, but it's always over on the other side. It's over on like the Sharp Road side, so it's like way over there. So I'm open to thoughts. I'm not dead set on that, but I think it's a nice thing to have.
We can try it. My concern would be vandalism.
that was my first
Yeah,
thought.
me too, but
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
we do have cameras.
but the baseball one, knock on wood, seems to not be vandalized.
That's because it's closer
Yeah.
to the houses.
We can try it, but I don't know.
We-
I mean, we try it. Let's try it for a couple of months, and if something bad happens, we take it away.
yeah, that's simple.
We can talk about that more on Thursday night, but I think we're all kind of in the same wheelhouse on that. Business cards and township cell phones. So I know, Lisa, you looked at Vistaprint. There's some other places that are a little bit cheaper even than Vistaprint. Like
Yeah, I'm
all-told
sure.
shipping.
I mean, that's all like really
Yeah.
had time for, but we can
But-
really look into it.
I think with the amount of networking that we're doing with trying to get grants, having actual business cards is a good thing. It's a good touch. And with all the communication
I
that's
can't hear
happening,
you. I'm listening to him. What's
um,
that? Hold on, Peter. Kelly's talking.
JDM might be able to do that for you.
We can check with them, but I'm sure they will be expensive too. Yeah, they might be
we can check.
expensive,
It
but
never hurts to
Yeah.
make a phone call. But
we
we'll
just
look at
literally brought this up yesterday.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we brought up.
Yeah, somebody had the very good idea that being able to hand representatives or people working on grants for us a business card would work very well for us. So great idea, and I'm in support of it. Let's just find the best way to do it. Same thing with the cell phones, with the amount of crap that's going on, especially with grants and everything else. If we can talk to T-Mobile or Comcast, AT&T, Verizon, FirstNet, wherever, and have a couple of township cell phones, then let's look at that too.
Yeah, that would be great. We just got to watch with T-Mobile, their coverage area. I don't know if they cover
Yeah.
Atlas.
I have T-Mobile.
Do you? Okay, and they're
As
all
I
right.
say, T-Mobile's they've gotten a lot better over the past couple of
Okay.
years. They used to be real bad.
Yeah, when I had them back in the 2000s, it was really bad.
When
Yeah.
they brought Sprint, it was horrible.
Oh, yeah. Nightmare.
Took years
Yeah.
for Sprint to get good. When we bought them, it got worse. One day,
Yeah.
but they're much
Yeah.
better now.
We did get some information, so when you both are here on Thursday, next Thursday, you can look at
Cool.
that stuff then.
Awesome.
And then no discussion around Bollinger Road based on possible litigation, and that's the last item on the agenda. I don't have anything to comment on other than I hope everybody enjoys the warm weather that we're gonna have in the next couple of days.
Before it gets
Stay
cold again.
safe. Before it gets cold again, enjoy it while you can. Enjoy second false spring.
Got it written down. You're good.
So Jesse, do you have any comments?
I have two here.
Okay.
Sorry, I know you're on vacation, Dennis. I'll make it quick. Flagpole, we gotta talk about, if there's gonna be possible debris and stuff from them putting that flagpole in, do we wanna schedule that to see if they can do that before the park cleanup, number one? Number two,
just
the
do that
soccer
separate.
people, met with Carl.
Okay.
They only wanna use the field for practice. I don't know if they
Okay.
did talk about keeping a shed there yet, or did they?
He said they weren't at that level. He wasn't sure about it. They did ask if we would be receptible to them leaving one net there. I said, I'll bring it up. I don't think
Yeah.
any,
No.
they have a problem with that.
No.
No excavation,
Okay,
just using between the baseball field. I said, all we gotta worry about is don't have kids playing soccer while they're playing baseball.
Okay.
When the schedule come out, we can figure that out.
cool.
At this point, it's not a yay or nay. He's gonna take it back to the committee.
And see what they say.
You know, and go from there.
Okay,
There was no cost, right?
not that I'm aware of.
Good, because that's what I told him.
Now we
So I have,
we are not
And that was-
about
that was all.
to charge them for that.
Yeah.
I think it was only, it's depending on the season that they would probably supply a porta pot, just like baseball. That would.
well, that makes sense, unless we have one right there at the park. And they actually talked about, and I had them at Wilmsdorf for years, and they were very beneficial. They took care of everything. They had their own people come out and take care of the field, fertilize it, aerate it, and he's talking about doing the same thing there.
Wow, cool.
So
Very nice.
Wilmsdorf charges them. We shouldn't have, but we did,
Yeah.
and they still do, and the price is going up. That's why they're looking for other places. It's a volunteer club, you know what I mean?
Right.
How many sandwiches you gotta sell just to
Yeah.
pay that field that
I'm-
should be.
I would rather not.
I'm all
charge it.
for them using it and us not charging them.
Yeah, me
Same
too.
thing with the Little League.
And then the flagpole thing. Any news on the flagpole?
Yeah, so I would say let's get, oh, you're talking to Kelly, okay.
Yeah.
I don't have any news, but
Okay.
2,700, MTCA approved to pay for the flagpole.
Mhm.
We've already approved that, so we have money, set aside for that, and I think now's probably the time
Because I remember when I talked to them last,
to make contact with them.
they basically said as soon as the ground thaws, they could do it. But they wanted us to contact them when the ground thawed. So I would say that we could do that now. And then the other option would be for Dennis and Peter and everybody to agree on where the flagpole should be. Should it be behind the monument, to the right, to the left of it, in front of it? But we gotta be mindful of the ball field.
Yeah, so we
Being
gotta be
right.
mindful of the bald field, but I personally, I kind of think it would be nice right behind it.
Run electric over there to put a light on the flag.
And that is it. That's another thing. We could run electric from the little snack
shed.
hut over to the thing. Otherwise, we're gonna be taking that thing down, up and down all the time, and or putting a solar light
Solar.
there till
I mean, that's an option too.
we do so.
Solar light on the
Yeah.
pole.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah,
let's start with the
yeah.
solar light, and then part of what we were doing with the building, like the building and park grant, could be getting electrical put in as we're doing any of the other work on the park.
Right, and I would rather not, because I could go back there with my little backhoe and I could trench that whole thing and lay a conduit, make it look real nice and get it really up to the pole, but I'd rather not do that in the middle of baseball season.
Big a mess.
Right. So,
So I just want to make sure you guys are okay with the the flagpole going up at the.
Yeah.
board.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want Don to make contact with them then? Is that-
it doesn't matter to me if everybody's in agreement on where the pole should go.
Yeah,
They might have an idea, a suggestion too of.
Right.
of where-
Is there a footage that we have to be so far off that back lane, isn't there?
Well, behind the monument would be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'd say anywhere behind the monument's fine.
let's just
Not
make
too
sure
far
we
back.
don't,
Don't want to go in
Yeah, we don't want to
That's the
encroach on the ball field, but
Right.
plenty of
yeah,
room
I
there.
would say
Between that
Kelly or
foul
Don, whenever you have them out to give you suggestions, just make sure that either me or Denny or Jesse's there.
I can do that. I'm pretty close and
I was gonna say you're
I
real
did
close
send
as
them
long.
the pictures, so they were happy with that. But then that's when they came back and told me, just wait until March.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say reach out to them and let's get it done.
I love it.
Okay, Denny?
No, nothing. Good news on the
One
grants.
Good.
One more comment from Kelly.
Peter, MTCA is selling Bella's gift certificates, if anybody's interested. The gift
Okay.
certificates are for $10 for anything on the menu, and they expire March 4th of 2027. And we have Justino sandwich tickets. This year, they're going to be $9. Whole sandwich at Justino's, they expired 3/31/27.
So I can get a $10 gift certificate and buy anything on that menu?
I'm sorry, it towards your, no, excuse me. No,
Not
everything.
You can-
Cause I'll take 10 of them.
Yeah.
Excuse me, no,
$10.
you purchase a $10 gift certificate from us and you put that towards.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'll probably still take a couple of them, but not 10.
Ella's has, I don't know if you ever eaten there, but
Oh,
they
you don't have to tell me.
very flavorful, very exceptional.
Yeah, they're very good.
Best Sicilian pizza I ever had.
So Danny, if you can sell some.
Grandpa and grandma probably are good too.
That would be great.
Yep, I'll probably take about $100 worth for myself, so.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, realistically, I'll buy some off you. I'll buy some too. Like I like Bella's.
Yeah, because this opens up the door to
And they deliver.
my nieces and nephew. I can't get them to eat a sandwich to save their lives, so this I can get them anything on the menu if they would come up.
Yes.
Lisa can start eating there instead of PJ's.
Oh,
She's addicted. She can't help it.
Yeah.
I hardly go there. Every once in a
Carl,
while,
anything?
I'll grab a sandwich.
No,
at
I
lunchtime.
wasted enough of your time. I'm good.
Okay,
Let these people
Abby.
go home.
Good.
All right.
Okay. In that case,
But I
I'll
mean,
make,
the only thing I gotta say, it's been a very, very crazy month in here
Yeah.
all around and,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can pretty much let everybody know that I'm not sure if all the minutes will be done for next week or
So
not.
we have our liquid fuels order coming up.
Yeah, because, yeah, there's a lot going.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if they're done, they're done. If they're not, then we get waits until next
Yeah,
month.
so,
hey, Lisa, real
yes,
quick. Is SEK going to be coming in anytime soon for the audit prep?
trying to get the stuff from Barb. He wants to see what was done last year. So them two are working right now
Okay,
on that. And, actually, I'll put a note down here to see if he, has an update on that. I think that was last week, within past week or two, he emailed her.
okay, cool.
Let me see if I can get an update on that. And make sure he's getting what he needs from Barb,
Yeah,
so.
that's
And then
it.
Kelly has a pretty nice drawing that we can scan in through everybody's email for everybody to view of the park.
Perfect.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah, cool.
Well, in
I
that
like
case,
that.
I would make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Time is now 8:23.
I'll second it. Dennis, have a good vacation.
You bet.
Open
Hold
that
on.
line back up.
And say we gotta vote on it. Abby,
Hold on.
Motion made by
I-
Peter,
there we go.
second by Jesse.
Yeah.
Roll call, Peter.
Aye.
Jesse.
Aye.
Denny.
Aye. Goodbye.
Meeting adjourned, everybody. Take care.
Hey, you guys.
See ya.
See ya.
I like this.
So just, whoa.